ask me, Shana, how you get money? Cause I'm trapping. Look me instead of laughing, cause he know how to. Said I'll be here if it all falls down. I'm just a call away if something goes down. And if you ever go so die now. All this talking gotta say it. It's the only way that I've been waiting for love so bad. Way better than anyone you ever.
Good thing that wasn't in because I messed up her name like a motherfucker. I be doing that, yo.
For real?
Whoa, messing niggas' names up.
Yes, last night?
No,
in general?
Other gig I did. In general, but this other gig I did. No, it's not me.
Well, we've been recording.
Huh?
I said we've been recording.
But you said, when Danie asked if we started, you said no, right?
We said yeah.
I said yeah.
Oh, we did?
It could be edited out.
Alright.
It's not that big of a deal.
This track right here is called Run It Up by Hero God featuring Shauna.
You just need to write that joke down. And keep it next to you.
You saw that I was literally thinking that.
I had to concentrate to make sure it's the right name.
I got the way right now. If I want to, I'll have my way right now. I want you, but I cannot settle down. That love shit would be in the way right now. I want to, but I can't.
Is this classified as Jersey Club?
No, it's not Jersey Club. I would say it's more so like that, capturing that Jersey City mixtape type feel.
You think it's still a place for that kind of music?
An actual song structure, like the style that he's doing. Not Hero God. That's the artist that we speaking about, y'all. Hero God. He does a good job at using this, taking some of the elements that the Jersey City DJs would use when they would use specific beats and sample them, and specifically like What Happened to That Boy on this track. And as long as you got like a song format on top of it with a good hook, I don't see why it won't work. I think it's pretty good.
It's just that you rarely hear like those songs make it to like to Billboard now.
Yeah.
Is Billboard still the standard? Like if your song made it to Billboard, or now people say my song made it to the radio, is that still like a thing, or is it now it's just like if my streams up, that's what matters?
My streams.
Think so?
Mm-hmm.
Billboard matters.
Like I don't know.
Let's
Hashtag Billboard matters.
We can't like dodge around that. Like that's an obvious one. If an artist is putting out music, yes, views and followers and all of that is something that would be an accomplishment. But having your joint charting on the Billboard charts, which has had all of your favorite artists that you could think of on that that's what it is. It's a social status.
Yeah.
But I feel like some songs on Billboard or some artists, I'm like, I never heard of them.
There's a lot of people in this world.
So I'm just like, okay. So if I don't know, I feel like listens, what is it? How do they
Streams?
Streams are more important.
It's just that.
Or maybe like more streams will get you to a Billboard. So kind of like.
I mean, they go hand in hand. If your song is streaming ridiculously, Billboard has to look at that and put you on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. When it comes to social media, is something that can be tampered with. Well, Billboard, anything can be tampered with.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if it's your platform, there's definitely something that you can do or not do to alter the outcome, the true outcome of the.
But the thing about music and numbers in general right now, I think they're just so skewed because I don't know if Billboard is accounting like social media into like the streams, into the numbers and everything. Because if you think about like Old Town Road, right? That song was a hit on social media before it was a hit anywhere else. Did those numbers from social media get counted toward him being number? He was number one regardless because of the streams, but would he have been number one faster? I would say if they took the numbers from like social media or even like Black Beatles by Ray Shrimmer. With the whole mannequin challenge, like was those numbers being included into Billboard?
I actually think in 2020 they are, or they're coming up with a system to tally it, because you know that they doing with the merch and all of that stuff. Like it's not just record sales anymore.
Yeah.
Wait, I thought they got rid of merch.
Yeah.
They got rid of merch.
They can't include merch as an album sale anymore.
Yeah.
Like if you are selling your album with merchandise, that's not an album sale no more.
Well, I put only reason why I even mentioned that is because presidential elections, they actually look at social media.
Yeah.
That matters. So I'm pretty sure with music they look at, because it's data, it's real life data. People, the engagement, it shows the metrics on how much people really care about whatever it is that you're selling or presenting. Social media is a powerful tool, and I was just
cocaine, a hell of a drug.
I was just speaking with my sister about this morning, about how if someone has 1 million followers, right, on Instagram, if Instagram were to shut down today, what's gonna happen to your 1 million followers?
They go away, and you ain't got no job, and you ain't got no bag.
And
that's why you need other skills, ladies.
And that's why.
And fellas.
I was check this out. You ever heard of Wallow?
No.
Okay, well, he dropped a gem. He said the real value is making sure that you have every person who is following you, making sure you have their name, their real name, their number, their address, everything about them, if possible. If you can have every single form of communication, that's the real way you can make a lot of money with sales or anything that, not specifically just broadly sales, but yeah, broadly sales in general. But we talking about social media, and you're selling something if you're in that position to use social media as a platform to make money. It would behoove anyone to even to take it a step further after having that one follow from somebody, but actually having their data.
I get you. I just think that's good advice. I just think that's hard to do in the time of social media. Like nobody wants to give their real name.
Well, what if you gain that type of trust? Right now, if Eminem hit your DM and said, hey, just randomly, and you see that verification next to the DM, he just randomly hit you and said, what's your real name?
I would give that nigga my social security.
I believe you. I believe you.
I'm just saying. Like without hesitation.
Yo, but that's what I'm saying. That's a level of trust.
Okay, I get you.
That was gained, and it wouldn't be overnight naturally, but if someone actually cares about what you're doing, they'll definitely give you their name, their number, and any form of communication to keep the connection going. But like I said, that comes with trust. No, you're not gonna go to a random follower whom you've never seen before, had any type of interaction with, and just say, hey, can I have all of your data, and expect them to give it to you.
I mean, if you have a legit reason, then maybe. Like if they're like, oh, I want to connect with you outside of Instagram, I'm pretty sure they'll be willing. You can't just be like, let me get your stuff and then just fade away. Like that's weird.
Yeah.
You know the Simpsons?
Let me get your
in the bush.
let me get your data to sign up for my newsletter. I hate people like that.
What?
I hate newsletters.
I don't have a newsletter.
Like inboxing me.
I
hate them.
Newsletters.
It just crowd my inbox for no reason.
It's something you give in your email address. See, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. The fact that we have newsletters that we don't want, but it still exists.
No, what bothers me is though that I can unsubscribe and I still get them.
Yeah.
They be lying.
I believe that. I've been hitting unsubscribe and I'm like, why is it still
like y'all be
you
lying
unsubscribe to this portion but not this portion?
And then they put the unsubscribe link
It's the way behind
in the most minimum font.
when you can keep scrolling, when you don't realize you can keep scrolling just a little bit more.
And then when you go to unsubscribe, they try to make you feel bad. Like, are you sure you want to leave?
Yeah.
Yes.
What's the reasoning? Why? Did we do something wrong?
Yes. Email me. That was your mistake.
You ever find yourself trying to explain to a phone company on why you don't want to use their service anymore?
I used to,
like you feel they start digging into those questions like heavy, like why? What?
I tried to.
Something happened.
That's how I feel when I do a return. They be like, "Were you not satisfied?"
Right. That's
I'm
a
like,
bad
"No,
example, yeah.
I wasn't." They're like, "Do you want to look around? For place this item?" And I feel bad. And
you
I'm
gotta
like,
get that tough skin.
I
just want to. I just want my money.
That's the point. That's the point where I'm at, yo. I tried to what was this? Like maybe 4 or 5 years ago. Tried to cancel my membership with LA Fitness, and I came up with every lie under the sun.
He said he moved to Arkansas, and he was like, "Dang, we have
good. That's great. We just opened up a bridge in Arkansas." I said that before.
I said, nah, it's okay. I'm not just. I just don't want to continue my membership. They try to give me every alternative. Or we could freeze your membership where you won't be charged. We could do this. We could give you another 2 months free. And I'm like, no. I think that's where it clicked in my mind. I'm like, wait, they want my money. I don't want this no more. Cancel.
That's how you gotta do. That's how. But they're doing their job. If you feel bad or like feel obligated to lie,
they're doing their
they're
job.
They're doing a real good job.
Yeah.
They seem genuine. Like they really care about.
And they
why
probably
doing
don't. Like this is just a paycheck for them. They have nothing invested in this company at all.
Right. It's just sales.
Yo. So you switching topics. You put something up there.
I did because I felt like no one asked me what topics I want to talk about today.
Oh, we never ask each other. We just come in with topics ready.
G, did you put any input?
I didn't put any.
No, I said we. G, you got topics though, right?
I didn't have any.
Oh, so you ain't had none today.
I wanted to talk about self-care and what is. Thank you. I think Mental Health Awareness was last month. I don't know. But I want to know, how important is self-care to you and what do you do? Well, I feel like an interviewer.
Oh, well, that's essentially what we're doing. We interviewing one another.
Pretty much.
I thought we were having a conversation.
A conversation is usually people asking each other questions and getting a response to it. Yes, it is.
Talking about a topic, not interviewing, like questioning me.
Well, I was just putting things into context, just relative to what you just said. You said it feels like an interview.
Yeah, like I feel like I'm on live.
When you have a conversation, somebody asks you a question?
No, not really. We just agree on topic.
Okay.
Anyway.
Self-care.
Money.
Yes, ma'am.
Self-care.
Self-care. Okay. I was consistently in a father support group.
That's great. I'm really proud of you.
Are you being?
I'm
serious?
so serious.
Okay, yeah. I was in a father support group. I'm they gave me like some type of alumni certificate and all of that.
Oh my God! You should have brought it in.
This is like months ago.
So you gotta bring it next week so we can show the camera.
This isn't sarcasm.
I'm genuinely happy.
Right,
Did you get a ribbon? No, this is not sarcasm.
Did I get a ribbon? No, it was just a certificate, and every week, it was just a room full of fathers, and all our kids would be. This was a program through Giovanni's school, and all of the kids go into like a play area. Mm-hmm. They do their thing, and the fathers chill, eat pizza, and talk about pizza, whatever food it was that week, and we just would talk about many of the struggles that single fathers have, and just stress relief, getting things off your chest.
And that was like self-care to you?
Yeah, because it's something. When I think about self-care, I think about a way to get things out that may be pent up. Because these were a lot of like heartfelt conversations where we have heart-to-hearts with total strangers. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so that was definitely something that I would say I cherished as a self-care tool.
Nice.
So, are you going to continue with it? Because it sounds very relaxing.
Yeah,
I feel like parents should do more like grouping. Because it makes me feel like I'm not a bad mom sometimes when you like agree on certain things, you know? So, there should be more parent group meetings. There probably is. I just don't go, or I don't look for them. So,
I mean, and it could just start with just making the decision, just Googling, looking for it. If you don't look for it, I mean, sometimes opportunities like that where you may have been wanting to do something and it just a sign right there, like let me try that out, which is actually how it happened for me. I wasn't like
looking for something,
Googling, doing the counselor at Giovanni's school just suggested it to me. I was like, yeah, definitely. And it's really like a personality thing. Everyone's not open to being open to random people. But I'm like, what do you have to lose? You don't know.
Yeah,
me.
like we were at the park and this lady was like, it was like during like mid-COVID, so like nobody was going outside. Like the parks were even closed. And this lady was like, you remember? She was like, oh, I'm thinking about, having like a 6 feet distancing, like book reading for like the kids, and then like, have the parents talk. And I'm like, no, I don't want to talk to you. I don't know you. And I just instantly I just like shut off. I just walked away from her. Like, and I'm like, that was like a great opportunity to like, get to know other parents or other moms, but I just instantly just shut down. I'm like, no, I don't know you. And I just like walked away.
Right.
So
you never know what type of doors can open. And I'm speaking to myself. Because I don't like people. Like, I really.
It's so funny because you have a nice personality.
Most people with a good personality don't like
people. I really genuinely don't like. You don't like people either?
No.
Greg, you don't like people either.
Greg loves people.
I don't love people.
You do seem like,
Greg seems like he loves hanging out with people.
When I used to go see you at Montclair, just the way you would conduct
his
yourself,
energy was like
I'm the people. I'm the guy you need to see.
Yeah, like I want.
But there's a misconception of that. Like I'm friendly and I can be of a group. When I say I don't like people, I mean I don't like inviting new people into my life.
Right.
Like.
Check out conversation 3 about friendships and tears.
Facts.
That was a good
Facts. And for me, it's just different levels of that. Like I can be around people and be social. You wouldn't even think that I'm uncomfortable because I'm not. I can be around people. I can be around anybody. It doesn't bother me. It's for me. It's just that I don't like. I won't want to get to know you past that group of people. like past that setting.
But like I think it's like, but you're inviting though. That's what I'm saying. Like
that's fine.
Yeah, but like for me, I'm like standoffish, but you're like, I'll talk to you for a little bit.
Okay, I do. I am that kind of person.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just like my name. I'm very gregarious.
I just shut off and walk away.
Yeah, I'm not that kind of person. I won't talk to anybody.
Why you laughing?
Like right in the middle of the conversation?
Yeah, I'm like, and I just walk away. Like, I just don't know.
I'm very sociable.
Me personally, it's like, and I think this is anxiety. I don't want to put no labels on myself. But on the contrary, when people speak to me, I don't. After if you say something to me and I say something back to you, and then you say something back, usually I don't know how to keep it going. Mm-hmm. Like after that second round of dialogue, I'm like, I check out. Like not because
I'm terrible at small talk.
Not because I'm trying to be mean, or I'm not even conscious of it. I'm just like, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I
so I'm gonna check you later.
Yeah. Is that like are you bad at like small talk or?
I'm horrible. I'm horrible at small talk and it seems like people tend to think I'm a people person because the people who normally say that are people who have a rapport with me. So I'm around people who I'm comfortable with, so you're going to see that side of me. But in school, for anybody who was watching this that knew me from high school, they can tell you I was literally a fly on the wall. I wasn't the good kid. I wasn't the bad kid.
That's really hard to believe. You have such a huge personality.
That's weird to me.
No one would know. It was only at New City.
I feel like I've learned more about you every conversation.
I wasn't the guy in school. I was not the guy.
So you just blended in?
I would
that makes
try
sense.
to do that for sure. Like, while everybody over there wilding, doing something crazy, this person, that's the good kids over there, the bad kids over there. Uh-huh. I was just like, kind of like.
I could believe that. That was definitely me in high school, but at New City it was different.
That was me.
I believe that. I believe that.
Wait, which one was you?
I did not go to Jersey.
No, not in Jersey. I'm saying, what type of person were you in high school?
Fly on the wall.
Okay.
Like, I kept to myself.
Facts, yeah.
I wasn't with no group of people.
I wasn't trying to make friends in high school.
I think I would like friends. I think nobody wanted to be my friend.
College compared to high school, what's your person?
Completely different person. Completely different person.
Yeah.
For me, I was completely
Greg
different
was
person.
like, I'm about to walk in and get respected like I wasn't in high school.
Yo, you know, it's funny you say, because it's like college is a place for. Can be a place for someone to reinvent themselves.
It definitely was for me.
It was not for me.
Come out their shells and find, because in college, there's a group for everybody. You know, so you can't really have like even the people who are not considered cool in high school, they're cool amongst the.
In college is where I figured out my friendship tiers. Seriously, because it was like. And you could ask anybody who I hung out with. I never got upset with people because I was like, this is a 4-year relationship. Right. Once I graduate, I'm probably never going to talk to you again.
I'm pretty sure you talked to majority of those people.
Not true. Outside of Ralph, who's the godfather of my child, Jamaica, we are childhood friends. We went to college together. I could text somebody and say, well, somebody would text me like, happy birthday. But do I like keep up with people? No.
I feel like it's hard though. Everybody's further apart. It's not like college.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's why I'm like, why should I invest in being like I never understood why people got upset with people for doing certain things. I'm like, duh, you're not gonna be friends with them once you graduate. Like I don't understand Why you like this is my you're gonna be my lifelong friend? No, they're not.
Well, I
And maybe I'm cynical, and I not oblivious to that at all. But I've already
of emotional investment though.
It is.
In all fairness.
True.
So you was
I think I just went into college like already with my group of friends. Like I had the brotherhood. I had like Jackie. I was good on friends. I did not need a support system.
Right.
A friendship support system. So anybody who I met in college outside of you, it was like, let's be cool while we here.
So can someone ask me about my self-care?
How's your self-care, Danie?
Okay, I was waiting for someone to ask me.
You said you don't want to ask questions. It's just a conversation.
Ooh.
Oh, man. Yeah, what? I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, you're right.
But
What do you use?
So you know how like you felt like getting stuff off your chest is like your self-care? I feel like keeping to myself is my self-care. So I go to the gym. I don't talk. I take a nap. What else? I shop by myself. Those are my self-care. Like, you know, I think because like...
Shop. I thought you said shop by yourself. I'm going to say, what do you drink by yourself? I thought
That's
you said
a whole
shop.
Another level. I think because like Ava's around me, so like I want to get away. You know, that's my self-care.
I want to
You know,
get away.
There's like a fine line
between love and
between
hate.
you know, just labeling anything that you do that may be comforting to you and things that may enable you and actually make things worse when it comes to like being by yourself. Like you can and I'm saying this from my own experience.
Mm-hmm.
I've gotten to a place where I've, you know, pushed everyone so far, and I realized, like, yo, I'm by myself, but not in the sense of like, yes, I'm by myself, but like I'm alone, like, you know, and it can lead you into like a dark place.
Should you feel alone?
Yeah.
Alone.
You know, like loathing.
You got issues.
Is that the word, loathing?
Yeah, like where you're like Eeyore? Is that what it is?
Right, exactly.
Okay. You're like,
you know,
But I mean,
in that slump.
I think there's a balance to that. To answer the whole self-care question, for me,
Oh, did you want us to ask you?
no, not at all.
Right. What do you do for self-care?
Sure.
This is a conversation that has questions.
Okay, whatever. Sassy pants. Wow, did you really give her the air horn for that? Wow. I think I just had this conversation with Brennan. I understand that sometimes I'm very emotionally detached from conversations like this. But I think the solution to self-care is do whatever that makes you happy that isn't detrimental to you or the people that you love. Right? Whatever that is.
Snorting crack.
Is that detrimental to yourself though?
Right.
No, if you do it in moderation and you know how to control it.
Hey, power to you, my brother. Well, my sister.
It's not one of those things.
I wasn't gonna try to argue that. I'm just saying, it's like if being alone, like get you right, then do it. But I think it's also important to recognize how to pull yourself out of being alone as well, if that makes sense.
But there's psychological, scientific facts about isolation.
No, yes, that's why they put you in isolation in jail when you like. It's the I think
that's
it's
actually contrary to the facts about isolation. That's almost like they want you to go crazy. Just when you said that,
that's what I thought you was going with.
No, I was saying about how it's not good to be isolated for too long.
Yes, yeah, no, I'm agreeing with you. That's why they isolate prisoners. Like,
to make them
like going to to put them in solitary. When the only thing you have to do is think about stuff that you probably don't want to think about. You have no contact with nobody else. You can't talk to nobody. Only thing that's around you is just four walls.
Rats.
Yo, that could make anybody. I think that is another form of torture. Like that's terrible.
Wild. That shouldn't even be legal.
But it is. I'm on the line of like, yes. Sometimes I do like Greg time. I like to be alone just to like get my thought. I'm a thinker, and I do, for me, I like to think about things before like reacting to certain situations. And being alone sometimes helps with that. But I am also that type of person that do like to be around people. I love hanging out with people. I love to go places and be around people. But I don't know. I think whenever it comes to self-care, every time I hear somebody talk about like they're sad or depressed or something, I'm not trying to like generalize depression or sadness at all, because that would be ignorant. But some of it to me seems like you're just doing things that don't make you happy. It seems like you're doing things for other people's happiness and it doesn't affect you.
You know, but the reason why is a lot deeper than that.
Yeah.
Is because we're talking about chemicals in your brain.
No, I understand
so
that.
So if somebody maybe coming off like they're being lazy or something like that. Not to say everybody who's being lazy is depressed.
Like, yeah,
but
there's different levels.
There are people who are in that state and they just physically cannot do it. They have no. Well, not to say that they can physically do it, but they don't have the motivation.
The mental to do it. It's like a chemical thing.
Like, that's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to generalize depression at all.
Yeah.
Not at all. Or sad. I'm not even talking about depression. Sadness. I think when people are sad, because like you said, depression is something completely different.
I want to just be in my sadness though. Like,
that's never been me.
Like, let me mope around for a little bit.
I can't.
Like, I think is there such thing as a woman thing? Before I say that,
I don't know.
Yes, it is. Don't care. I don't care how sexist that sounds. Yes, that is. Some things are just a woman thing.
Upset.
I just want to be angry. Let me be angry.
I don't know who said that. I have never said that before. I just want to mope in my sadness. I just want to. Let me just, wiggle in it a little bit. Don't try to like fix everything immediately.
Let me wiggle in it.
Wiggle in it a little bit.
So.
Let me wiggle in it. That's funny.
Yeah, so
I just don't know how. I don't.
No, but what I was saying, like self-care, I meant like, is it important to you? So you would say yes, and then give like 2 tips to somebody who's listening that they maybe never thought of for their self-care.
Tip 1: don't live for other people.
No,
Tip 2:
like
be happy.
An activity. That's too general. Okay, like I said, going to the gym, taking a nap. G said going to a group and talking to people.
But that's what makes you happy.
So give 2 things, physical things that you do. Like, do you play 2K? Is that your way of self-care?
No.
So
what's I like to play 2K.
So what's a self-care thing that you do, Greg?
I don't know.
Okay, so then maybe you need to reevaluate your self-care.
I feel like I take care of myself pretty well, though.
But what do you do that you're like, okay, this is my self-care?
Oh, no.
Okay, well.
I DJ.
See? Okay.
I DJ.
Oh, when I'm frustrated, I go to sleep.
Okay, so that's a nap.
And usually when I wake up, everything is just clear.
Were you taking sociology classes or something?
For me?
Yeah.
No. I'm just really into like.
She's just a sociopath.
No, I'm just really into
that's somebody. No, that's a wrong
mental
word.
Health. Being at your like most, I would say,
peace.
Most peace. Energy, vibrations. Like I'm really trying to get into it more.
She's trying to be a hippie.
Okay, like energy. Like you were created for a reason. Like you're on this earth, so just. Feel the energy. Feel the waves.
You're gonna get one of them like piercings or something right there. Or like,
what, Indian one? The dot? You point at your forehead.
No, like they like to represent like your third eye or something like that?
No, I'm not putting.
She's trying to be the Avatar.
Yeah.
Something like
Hash it on, turn on. Head back up. But yeah, so what is your tips for self-care?
I just said that. I said you're not listening.
Because those are personal. You can't give somebody.
So y'all work out. That's self-care. That's
No, because I hate working out.
So then that's not your self-care.
You hate working out, but what does it make you feel like after you know you got over it?
I can eat whatever I want.
And how does that make you?
What does it make you feel like? Is it an accomplishment? Like, yo, I got it done.
Yes.
I didn't want to do it.
Yes.
So you know how people say so is unwinding equivalent to self-care?
I think so.
Okay, so how do you unwind?
Twitter.
So Twitter is your self-care.
You're right. It is. It's definitely my self-care.
Okay.
I would say Twitter.
Social media.
I know. I say Twitter and texting. I really like to text when there's a good conversation happening, like especially in the group chat. I'm usually into it. I hate when I miss them.
Yeah,
I get really mad. Like when y'all start texting while I'm driving, that pisses me off.
He gets so mad. He's like, "Oh my god, I'm missing this great conversation," and I'm like, "What?"
Cause it be making me mad.
So
No, you be screening them joints like, nah, that's not good enough. That's what you be doing.
You be scrolling like, should I wait?
Well, I'm not a sports guy, so when they start going, no. And as a matter of fact, I'll say this: any topic that happens, I usually try to give some form of input.
You do,
because I'm a part of the group chat.
But you usually don't care if it's sports, where you just try to weigh in.
I try to just okay, so now this is like letting you into the way I think. When they start talking about sports, football, LeBron James, stats, and this and that, the only thing that I know about sports was the moment of time, like probably like 2000, 2001, when like Iverson was like in his prime. So that's all I revert back to every single time. Like
he said, but what about Iverson though?
What about Iverson? Yeah, every single time. Like so, but even if it's not like a conversation, I don't know. I try to get my little input
in there.
You do. I'm just saying, texting definitely with a good conversation. I hate talking on the phone, but texting and definitely being on Twitter. I think those will be my self-care tips.
There you go.
Text some people that you like.
And go on Twitter and follow some things that you enjoy.
Do
Twitter's a dark place at times.
Right. And do you realize? No, I don't want to say realize, because then I sound like a conspiracy theorist.
You are. It's okay.
Look, that's by design. That you can go into. You ever wake up at 4:00 in the morning, and then before you know it's 5:00 in the morning, and you were like on your phone, like if you just try to take yourself out of that and look at yourself,
you look crazy.
You look weird, like
scrolling for an hour,
like, and then you. Just think about how many times you're doing this. Swipe, 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 swipe.
It depends on what you're doing on there, though.
Swipe, swipe. Million times.
I think it just depends on what you're doing.
He's not comfy.
But no. I know he's not. I'm just saying, like the thing I like about Twitter is like, especially in the search bar.
I don't like Twitter.
I love Twitter. There's like different trending topics that you could just read about. There be threads that you can read about.
I don't think Instagram.
Oh man, it's just Instagram. I'm not really hip to Instagram. I think after a while, I don't care about looking at pictures.
I'm more of a visual. So I like Tumblr.
You got 260 characters to say something compelling.
They said that Tumblr is doing horrible.
Because they took off all the porn.
They said it's doing like horrible.
Really? I
think they sold it or something.
Oh, they're about to be sold.
Yeah.
Really?
Yahoo bought Tumblr.
Yeah.
But somebody's gonna buy them. I would say Facebook, but Facebook has no use for them because they have Instagram.
Right. And that was the reason why I heard they're in a bad place because everybody is actually doing everything that Tumblr can do plus more.
Yeah.
So it's like, why would I go on
Because
that?
Tumblr was like a blog. Well, it is a blog site.
It is a blog site.
But people are now more. It's like people have switched, like pivoted. It's like I'd rather just create a website, or I'd rather just create a brand on social media, like Instagram, Twitter.
I guess because like. I don't know. I just like Tumblr. I think it just shows me different pictures.
They got rid of all the porn. That just went all downhill.
Yeah. It was so weird. You'll see like a t-shirt and you're like, oh, that's cute flowers and back shot. Then t-shirts and flowers.
Is that's how
that's how it was.
I've never had a Tumblr. I don't believe so. Probably did. What you think about LinkedIn?
I like LinkedIn.
I don't care for it.
I
I understand its value. I just don't care for it.
I've heard like there's a lot of predictions that LinkedIn is in the very space that Facebook was in when everybody said, oh, the only way you can use Facebook is by communicating with people you went to school with.
Yeah.
In that way only.
Yeah.
Right now, LinkedIn is in a space where everyone's saying, oh, you only use LinkedIn. Everybody knows you only use LinkedIn for business.
Yeah, like professional jobs.
It really is a social media for the businessman.
But the projection is that you can utilize the algorithm to your advantage because of the space the platform is in.
Yeah. But LinkedIn has the opportunity to corner a market on professionals, I would say. Like, for organizations who want to advertise their business, do it on LinkedIn because everybody who is either looking for a job, looking to invest in a company,
looking for a job. Well,
like they're on LinkedIn. Like
that's how like I got not my current job, but like that's how I got interviews before. Like recruiters reaching out for me on
That's where I go to look
LinkedIn.
for. That's where I go to look for people to contract work out for like New City.
Yeah.
Look on LinkedIn.
Like for me, I used to go on Indeed, but then I'm like searching, and then Indeed wasn't updating.
Indeed just got dirty.
Yeah, they wasn't
messy.
updating their jobs posts, whatever. I I applied to like positions that was closed like months ago, so LinkedIn was a way for me to stay
It's an
on top.
integrity. Like LinkedIn just has an integrity to it that I think like they can really corner a market on social media for professionals.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because even like older people can get on LinkedIn and do it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know.
See, but and that's speaking like very early stages because the projections that I was saying goes beyond it just being for an older person or business owner, you know, like that so label that you
it can like progress and like open up more,
for everybody.
Yeah, and I agree with that. That's what I'm saying.
But I feel like I wouldn't, knowing that it is like originally a business or like a business platform or whatever, I don't think I would feel comfortable posting what I was doing on the weekend. You know what I mean?
Fact.
Because
but that's not what that's for. And I think that's what I'm saying. They have the opportunity to corner that market.
I mean, they can progress, but you think people would utilize it and be like, "Oh, let me."
I do.
No, I mean, like as far as like socially, like, "Oh, I'm hanging out with this person today,
if enough
drinking
people
and
do
blah blah
it,
blah."
Like that's what with Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Facebook, people weren't showing like, you know, risky pictures.
Yeah.
They were clean cut pictures all across the board.
I haven't been on Facebook in like months.
Oh, I go on.
When you first got a Facebook account,
mm-hmm.
but now anything goes on Facebook. I think if the money comes in, any company is gonna start generalizing so that as many people can.
And you got to think of the word social. Like social can be anything. Like I want to show the world what my company is doing or how I'm impacting this company. Like. That's what you can like post on LinkedIn. You post that on Facebook, cool. Like your friends are gonna like it. You posted on LinkedIn. People who are looking to hire people are going to see that like we can probably get this person, pay them a high salary to come work for us because of what they're doing at this company. Like that's what I mean. Like that's the kind of social media interaction I'm talking about. Like where LinkedIn could really be beneficial. That's the benefits I see of having a good LinkedIn profile versus like posting, oh, I just made $100 million for my company. Post that on Facebook because you're going to get a bunch of likes. Good job from your friends. Post that on LinkedIn, you might get a crazy deal.
Okay.
So,
pet peeves. What's that about?
What is your pet peeves? Like, what just bothers you? Like, something that just makes you angry. I don't like clutter. I don't like this bothers me. Those wires, that's a pet peeve of mine. If I had a way to organize that, if we had more time, I would have organized that before we started.
It's like a pet peeve, like someone talking to me knowing that I don't want to talk to them. Like that I'm giving off vibes.
Ooh, having my headphones and somebody trying to talk to me.
Oh, being in an Uber and the Uber driver talking to me.
This topic could go on for a very long time.
Let's address when both of y'all went on an ooh tangent. Ooh, in the
bro, yo, this could go on for a long time, yo. What's your pet peeve, G?
I would say if I heard what your point of view was, and not only did I hear it, I gave the information back to you to let you know that I heard and understood everything you saying. But then when it's my turn to tell my side of the story, when a person just jumps over it just so they can say what their point of view is. That drives me up a wall. That drives me.
It's called defensive listening. Right. That's actually a term. It's called defensive listening. You have active listening.
I have defensive listening.
Hey, that's a good quality that you pointed that out, though.
Can I tell you why, though? Because I feel that if I'm rebutting with you and I'm arguing with you, I'm worried that, not worried, but there's like a chance that you might be right. So I rebut and does that make sense?
No,
I hear what you're saying. I'm not saying like grammatically you don't make sense.
Why are you laughing?
Because you just literally what you just said. I'm arguing with you, and you can be right. I don't care.
I don't want to be wrong.
I don't even want to hear the thing that you're saying.
So, and I don't want to be wrong. So I'll just like interfere with your sentences, and then
2 + 2 = 4. No, it don't.
No, it won't even let you be like 2, and I'm like, no, this is a stupid conversation. You're wrong.
No, I think you're really. Right now, you're the mouthpiece.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Say it.
Don't do it. No,
say it.
No, I never in my life have I ever heard a woman actually verbalize what you just said. I've never heard that.
Don't do it.
You admitted that on this podcast. I've never
That's
heard
just,
that.
No, I mean it from my point of view. Not from
Nah.
anybody. No.
Nah.
You said
I don't want that tear. Nope.
Rent money.
That's crazy.
Like, and then like when I argue, sometimes I'm not confident in my argument, so I like to shake up the room. Just
Get you off your pivot.
so I'm right.
At least that it makes you feel like you're right. I guess it's more so like an internal thing, because facts are facts.
Yes.
Facts are facts. Like, so no matter how many curveballs you try, I think it's more so as long as you feel like.
Maybe it's a confidence thing. Maybe I'm not confident in my argument.
I didn't get out of that looking like the loser. Is that what it is?
I guess so.
No, you did a real good job at admitting that. That's
For
what's
Danny, not for nobody else.
All I'm saying. So go back to pet peeves.
Pet peeves.
That's your pet peeve?
That's my number one.
I have a lot of them.
Okay, go ahead, roll them off.
I hate when people don't have facts to support their argument. Like you just pulling stuff from thin air. It's like
it's all about winning.
No. Like that gets me heated, especially when like I am a logical thinker, and if you coming at me with the most no, if I'm coming at you saying the sky is blue, look, we could take a picture in Photoshop and get the color, the exact key code that the sky is blue, and you say, nah, bro, that shit red. That bothers me. Why are you saying it's red?
And that was a terrible example.
No, it's not, because that's how stupid some arguments be.
If it bothers them, hey, it
bothers
me.
Okay, continue. I'm gonna feel like all these pet peeves are attacked towards me, so I'm gonna rebut each one.
You're hilarious.
You know.
Oh, I was on the outs with that. I didn't even realize that's what. Is that what y'all doing right now?
No, I wasn't at all.
I am.
Oh, okay.
So,
I am.
What's your pet peeve, then, Danny?
My pet peeve is when I'm texting someone. It's like I'm coming around the corner. I'm on 280. I'm around the corner, whatever, and I get there and you're not downstairs. That's my biggest pet peeve.
You got air horn at.
Pew, pew, pew. Like I'm giving you that, like step by step to let you know I'm coming down the stairs. Like come down the stairs.
Whatever.
Okay.
What, to unlock? Oh, get bags or something?
Yeah, get bags. Come downstairs to go to
My
the car.
pet peeve is that people lift 135 pounds like it's nothing, but can't carry bags upstairs.
Because I don't want to. Drop one of Clues bombs for that.
Ain't got no bombs.
Oh,
Trash.
Bomb.
oh, why don't got no bomb? You can, yeah.
Drop an ear horn for me.
Okay.
I was not trying to attack anybody with this pet peeve.
Okay, keep going.
I don't want to no more. Oh no, I do have another pet peeve. People who wear Yeezys and Nike socks.
Yes.
That's a pet peeve?
Yes.
It's Adidas. Why are you wearing Nike socks with Adidas shoes?
I don't like to mix
Don't
brands.
do that. Or somebody who wears full-blown Adidas tracksuits and then have on Air Forces.
Yeah.
No.
Can't
Don't.
put J's on them?
No.
I don't like to mix like big like Nike and Adidas. I don't like to mix brands like that. Like, well, it's like Champion, Reebok. Who cares? But like, it bothers me if I have like you have Nike hoodie on, Nike shorts, and you got like Adidas shoes.
I'm a label.
And then you pull up your like regular ass socks. Like, come on now. At least keep it the same.
Nah.
I bought these socks from like
You got Adidas socks on?
outlet stores and like.
But you have no brand on them.
That's fine.
That's fine.
Y'all putting me on with something right now.
Yo, that just and wearing socks over your jeans? What is that, bro?
No, but there was a time that was a thing.
And I'm glad that time is gone.
Everything comes back, man.
Yeah.
That junk is terrible.
Yes.
Comes back.
Are we moving on?
Let me think if I got any other pet peeves. Nah, I think I'm good.
I was ready. You saw me looking at you.
Clearly, I don't want no.
So what's this about? What?
Oh, parenting advice. We're all parents here. What? As a parent, I shouldn't have put advice. I wanted to say, what have you found the most challenging thing about being a parent or just parenting in general?
I always think I'm a bad mom comparing myself to other parents.
You're a great mom.
No, because sometimes like I see other moms like, and this is probably just all social media, like, cause like I came to the conclusion that, I mean, not came to the conclusion, but I talked to other people and I see that a lot of like people post things and they whether it's Twitter, whatever, they post things of that perfect moment. You don't know what's behind the scenes of that perfect moment.
Or how many times it took them to get that perfect teeth.
So at the beginning when I first became a mom, I'm like, I should be, especially when I was on maternity, but I'm like, I should be making Ava's food from scratch. I should be going to the farm. You know what I mean? Like doing everything, letting her eat only this and that. And I would see other parents taking the time out to do all these things. And I'm like, wow, like, it made me feel bad. Like, you know, like a bad parent. But then I don't know what they did. They probably could have made it for the post and then threw it out. Like, you know, so it just, that was like one of my biggest things. But I just came to the realization that do what works best for you as a mom. As long as you don't kill your child or harm your child in any way possible. And when they go to their checkups and they're still growing, just keep doing it.
I feel like the job that you're doing isn't based on what you say, but your child, the example that you set for your child will be displayed through your child. So that's the proof.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, so when you look at how your child interacts with other children,
mm-hmm. She's mean,
or the way certain children do certain things, you know, you can see it. People, when people speak with children, they can tell, get a tell on the type of upbringing.
mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? The level of love that they were exposed to. So it at least being in is, I'd say, is a good place to be in if you always self-reflective, like, you know, what type of job am I doing as a parent, and you actually making revisions. You know what I'm saying? You trying to do something better than the last time. That's a good space right there, you know, because there's definitely some parents who just live their life doing whatever they do, and their kids are never with them, just with this person, that person, not because they're actually, you know, working or anything, but just because they want to fulfill some type of desires that they personally have, and they're putting those desires over their children.
Yeah. I agree.
But for me, parental advice to another parent or somebody that is
Advice. I shouldn't have put the word advice. Sorry, but
What do you mean? Like,
only because I don't like the word advice. Like,
no, yeah.
Going back
Parenting advice is hard.
Going back to pet peeves, one of my biggest pet peeves is people generalizing parenting. Every kid is different, and you can't, the way, even in your own children, I can't treat Ava the way I'm going to treat whoever my next child is. Like, that child's going to be different from Ava. Ava likes it when we like wrestle on the bed, like when I throw her on the bed. My next child might not like that. So I can't do similar things within my own family. So generalizing parenting, like, that bothers me. And I don't like when people give me like parenting advice, because like I'm around my daughter way more than you are. Like, the only person that should be giving me advice is her mother, because her mother's around her just as much as I am. So yes, you can say, like, when I asked like you and Will about potty training, giving me tips about potty training is different from saying, by 2 years old, your daughter should be potty trained.
right.
Like, no.
I got what you're saying. Yeah.
Like, to me, that is just, one is rude.
Well, what if I want to wait?
That's what I'm saying.
What if I want to wait till she's time to go to preschool? Right?
Like, I've come to grips with understanding, like, and shout out to Ms. V. Ms. V told me this. She was like, "We're great parents because your child is awesome," and I'm like, "You're right. My child is awesome, so I must be doing something right, or we must be doing something correct." So it's like, I don't think that I'm a bad parent anymore. Like, I understand that. I understand why people think that, because you just it's natural to think that like you're not doing enough for your kid. If you love your kid and you want to give your kid the world and you can't give them the world, you feel like you're not doing well. Like I get that, but I think we as parents sometimes do need to tamper our expectations of what giving them the world means as well. But yeah, I don't like when people try to generalize parenting and give like that kind of advice. Like that bothers me.
Yeah. But in that specific topic, I just like to tune out. Well, I don't want to say tune out everyone's advice. I just kind of screen the advice.
Yeah.
You know, I use my own discretion when it comes to things people say concerning my son, because just like you said, everyone's different. Everyone's different. Like me personally, the way I conduct myself with Giovanni, other parents may feel like that's not cool.
Yep.
Like a lot of the times, not when we're like what I deem as a dangerous situation, but a lot of times I don't hold Giovanni's hand. Like I literally let him walk. I have him. I understand that I can run way faster than him. Mm-hmm. My reaction time is better than his. I don't believe I need to like
put him on a
hold
leash.
His hand right the entire time. Yeah. Like, you know, like my mom's or my grandmom or even my sister, like, hold his hand. I'm like, oh, he's good. I got him. I see he's right here, but because I'm not like, you know, have him tucked, making sure.
It's like a mom thing, a female thing, yeah.
Yeah, because I don't hold Ava's hand in the
store. And it cringes me.
You let her wild out?
Yeah. He's like, I see her. And I'm like, yeah, but somebody's going to take her. So it don't matter if you see her. They're going to run faster than you with Ava. So,
I don't think so. I think I get a whole different level of adrenaline rush if that happens.
Like, in my mind, I'm like, nope.
No, I get that. You know, sometimes like when I wrap my mind around the distance I may have, like physically have between my son because he is like in the park or something, it can be overwhelming when I literally
like all the possibilities of what could possibly happen.
Right. Like what if I would just turn my head or something and there was like a ninja in the bush or something like
that's anxiety.
Did you just say a ninja in the bush?
Or somebody
wait, Tom, that's not the bush. That is the most non-believable thing that could have happened.
No, I'd be in Target like, okay, if Ava's over there, what if the ceiling just crashed in?
Or a ninja was in the other aisle?
I was really just... Listen, when I said ninja, I'm just saying, thinking of...
No, I'm messing with you, bro.
Even if I say the worst case scenario, like what are the odds that's going to be even in the worst case scenario
in the bush
of a ninja with stars and everything in his head? Like,
I'm ready to get you, Jim. That's a ninja in the bush.
Yeah, no.
I'm sorry. I understand what you're saying. Don't think I don't. I just think that's like the funniest example you could give. Ninja in the bush. Yeah. Oh man.
So parents, do what you do.
Yes. Just raise your child to your best capabilities. And if you are a fit parent, I think your capabilities will be good.
If not, parenting wasn't for you, and that's okay.
No, I think that's true too. But you need
not
to recognize.
Everything is for everybody.
You need to recognize that early on before that child gets to that age. I only got one more thing. It was just the inmates as firefighters. You heard about this?
I only know it's in California. I have no idea about the details.
Pretty much, they're saying inmates. They passed a bill that inmates could be firefighters to help stop the wildfires.
I don't know if they were a former firefighter.
No. Inmates. Any inmate.
I gotta use the bathroom like bad.
Like poop?
Did that just come on and happen?
Yes. No, I was holding it.
Oh, I thought it was just like, what? Let me pull it up. I'm in love with your portly.
We should continue while he's away.
We can.
So
I'm trying to pull up the inmates joint.
Are you gonna edit this part out?
No.
I had some French toast Friday. Delicious.
For real?
Got my belly button pierced. It's still sore.
I just bought these mic stands that I think is turning out to be a really
I feel
good
like
investment.
this is really giving me somebody else's vibe of a podcast, but I respect it.
Joe Budden didn't create boom mics and having people sitting on a couch.
I'm a big fan of Joe Budden.
We all are.
No, I think he's cute.
for publicity for this podcast, one of my tweets I said, "Listen, I know y'all gonna listen to the Joe Budden podcast. I am too, but afterwards listen to my podcast."
Oh, that's funny.
I know, right? You didn't seem too excited about it.
No. But I pretended I was excited.
You're trash.
Was that there? Did you see my pretending? For ex-inmates to become firefighters. Okay. NPR.
See, that, to me, this is a good thing.
This is like, let's wait for Giovanna to come back. Let me give you about my week. So we had the holiday. That was fun. I think I stayed indoors. Then I went back to work on Tuesday. You know, Tuesday's always like groggy. Next day, no one likes to go back to work. My coworker wasn't there. I love when my coworker wasn't there. I got to listen to music, vibe out in the lab.
I don't like your coworker at all.
Okay, vibe out in the lab. Then I hit my PR on bench. That's what I want to get to. I can bench 135 for a single
Big plates. Is it big plates?
Big plate, gang. With like sleeves. No, I'm sorry. With a belt and wraps and without. The first one I recorded, I did not have my gear. I just did it. So, but then the second one I figured out.
But you didn't have any elbow sleeves on when you did it though.
No, I didn't have it. First one? The second one?
Neither one you did.
Yeah, the second one I had wraps on.
No, you didn't have elbow sleeves.
I never had.
But I'm saying, if for benching that much weight, to not have any elbow sleeves on, that's impressive.
I have to buy some elbow sleeves. We continue. We're not gonna pause it or edit it out.
Huh?
We're not gonna edit that part out.
Sure.
So then we're gonna hear you say, "I gotta go to the bathroom."
That's how I said it.
Yeah.
It sounded like it just came out of nowhere.
Yeah, like a little kid.
No, I had to use the bathroom.
Your bladder just got full real quick.
But on the contrary, I feel like because I'm getting older, where I
You are not old.
Gee, you literally how many years older? No, you gotta be about like 6 years.
How old are you?
33.
Really?
5 years.
Black don't crack unless you're on crack.
Unless you do crack. Sometimes you don't.
Have you seen Tracy Ellis Ross? Have you seen?
She's
blackish.
She's 50.
Even Tahaji is 50.
I'm about to say Taraji.
She just turned 50. Oh.
Black women, man.
Get yourself one.
Yo, not even Oprah. Nobody really like Oprah right now, but Oprah don't even look bad, and she old as
I wonder if these people get like stuff done to them.
We don't really know how Oprah really looks, though.
Facts.
She's like always TV, media. I'm pretty sure.
Yo, 2020 is a crazy year. This is the year where people are turning against Oprah. Black people are turning against Oprah.
It wouldn't matter if it was Obama.
I think it's.
What are you talking about?
Like, they're turning.
Referring to what, though?
Who she is. Like, people think she's a bad person.
You talking about her association with Harvey? Oh, okay.
It's not Harvey Weinstein, is it?
No.
Epstein.
Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah.
Yo. And this is like little things just keep trickling down. It's like.
It's not even just her. It's a lot of people. I never spoke about that topic because I thought you would think it's just a conspiracy theorist.
No, I go for it.
What about the inmates in California?
Oh, we won't get to that, but I want to know because I don't want you to lose your thought.
Jeffrey Epstein, with the,
Yeah, he got people out here. Don't say his name. It's like
he dead.
Is he really?
See, yo,
it's like the Candyman.
Check
Don't
this
say
out.
that name.
I was watching. Okay. Russell Simmons was about, and this is tying into the Jeffrey Epstein. Russell Simmons, all of a sudden, a lot of women was trying to come out and say like
during the Me Too movement. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He was ahead of the curve and saw it coming.
Yep.
This nigga moved to an island that excludes him from anything. Like he can't. If he
really?
If they did find proof that he was wrong, there's nothing. And he lives on this island now.
Yep.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
If you go on his Instagram page,
what's his name? Russell.
He's like on a resort, but it's his island that he owned. He sold all of his property, all of his stuff in America.
Russell Simmons.
Simmons. He sold all of his homes to purchase an island over there. So with the Jeffrey Epstein, just think about it. If you got a bunch of money, like crazy, stupid money, the things that you can do to get out of trouble. So when Danie was saying like, is he dead? Did anybody go to his funeral? Who do you know? Like, when did they mention anything about a funeral? Like,
true. They say, he died in custody, in prison?
Man, he could be chilling on some island, doing the same thing he was about to get in trouble for. He got in trouble for.
You're right. You're definitely right. I didn't think about that.
I don't think he's dead, but we're not gonna.
I know you said this. The jail.
Yeah. This is actually
This is great prison reform. This
is a feel good story because inmates, like when you have a record, there's certain jobs you can't get. You can't be a police officer. You can't have any state job pretty much because you have a criminal record. But California has signed a bill that said ex-inmates can become firefighters, which is one, a respectable job, which has good income, and two, it's just like it gives somebody a second chance at to like get their life on track.
Yeah.
They were doing. You know why they passed that bill, right?
Because they need them.
They fire.
They use inmates to put out fires. In certain states, if you are an inmate, you can be a firefighter. But then when you're free, you can't become a firefighter.
Yeah, no, I know that, but I'm saying what California has done is now
that's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
As an alternative, as a to solve this issue that's making an uproar amongst people.
Because when I first heard this, like I was on Twitter and I was reading it, and somebody was like, "This is just a new form of slavery." So I initially thought that they was just saying inmates have to help put out fires, and this is helping them serve their time in prison. But that's not the case. What California is doing is like once you are released from prison, you can apply to be a firefighter.
Right.
Which you would normally can't.
I feel like also too, which would be a helpful tool is if like I'm not good on with prisons or prison reforms or whatever, but I feel like they should offer like They should offer a program to like prep you
job placement stuff.
Yeah.
Some prisons do have it, but it's just not ran well.
Yeah, it's like just to say that they have it.
Yeah. It's the problem with that's the problem with private prisons because who's going to police that?
No one, because it's not beneficial to rehabilitate.
Oh, yeah.
Like a lot of prisons are taking out the GED program.
Oh, really?
I saw some country in Asia, they have the inmates do ballet and pick dandelions and flowers and things like. Things that are the opposite of aggression, like whereas in America it's just like exercise, pump iron, fighting and testosterone all the time. Whereas they do things to rehabilitate them by doing gentle activities,
like knitting.
Yeah, things like that. I don't think that would be like a stretch to say that they probably do commit it. Mm-hmm. I think that's dope, like, because that means you're actually trying to do something to help this person versus...
I bet you there's a psychological research to that. Like, somebody who finds peace, like how you was talking, Danie, like, somebody who finds peace will probably be less likely to do criminal acts.
To come back, which is what they actually want.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think they just want people to...
Because when you think about it, most people do criminal things because they're not at peace with something. Think about it. If you robbing a bank because you don't have money, like, or because you can't get a job or something to make the money that you want, like, you're not at peace with your life, so that's why you do things like, you do reckless things like that.
I think in America, a lot less people would be going to prison if, and I'm not talking about like little petty crimes and you know, weed and stuff. I'm talking about like people who are shooting guns at random people and come doing armed robberies. If they throw you the book the very first time around, no chance.
You believe in capital punishment?
Is that what I'm saying right now?
Yeah, like there's many levels to capital punishment, but like biggest thing would be like the death penalty.
Yeah, I don't believe in that.
Oh no, I'm not saying off the person, but I'm just saying put you in a place where you might want to think twice before robbing the bank because there's no chance of you. I think because a lot of times people do calculations. If I get caught, worst case scenario, I get caught, do 10 years, I still have some time to come back and try to do the same thing again. I don't know. But I'm saying if you put yourself in like a grand larceny situation and you're aware that, yo, this first time around, even if it's my first offense, they're going to throw me the book for the rest of my life. I think more people would think twice. Because you have a chance sometimes, depending on how old you are, like really no matter what the crime sometimes, like depending on how old you are, you could mess and how many times you got locked up.
True.
You could, mess around and come home, like,
Yeah, like if I get good behavior, I'll be out in like a year or whatever.
Or whatever it's case by case scenario, but even if it's 5 years, 10 years, or even 15 years, if you're only 18, 19, you still have, and you live a full life, that's still many years to get right and correct some mistakes.
Facts. I agree.
I think this is a great I think this is like a great step towards some type of prison reform.
Yeah,
hopefully
for sure.
all the other states will follow. And because I always feel like states like to one up on each other. So somebody's gonna one up and be like, now they can be this and this. So it's like a good competition.
Like I think it's just ironic that this is happening in the state where
there's a wildfire.
Well, not even a wildfire, but Kamala Harris, who
They just need more people.
They do. But the thing is, but Kamala Harris, who was the former Senate or governor of California, she
was
judge something.
No, she was
Supreme Court.
No, she was. What was she? Who's that guy on Law and Order SUV? He's
she's a senator.
No, I thought she was something else that had to do with.
She
was because I heard a story that she wrongly convicted somebody.
Oh,
she was
an attorney. She was attorney.
No.
She was an attorney, a prosecutor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Normally, people, politicians, and everything, they did something in law.
She would. I'm surprised that this has happened in California because she seems like the type of person that would vote against that. Like she's not a good person, bro.
Is that the lady that said she listened to
Be Brandy and them.
Yeah, she said like the wrong time frame or something like that. Like Tupac. And she said no. I listened to Tupac, and then Tupac was already dead or something when she said she gave some type of quote like when they lined it up. But
she's not
no, he wasn't signed. She said I remember in sometime early like 1990 or something like that. Tupac wasn't even like at the status that we know him. So when she was saying, "Yeah, I was listening to all his new," no, she said "Dear Mama," one of those songs that didn't even come out yet.
Dear Mama.
It was
a good song.
It was one of those songs.
She just like she's African American, but she ain't black.
Didn't she Jamaican?
She's something. She ain't black. I'm gonna say it.
I don't like talking about politics.
I don't like her. I love talking about politics. Me personally.
It's just like a.
I have no more topics, and I have to get ready for church. So if you want to play us out,
well, let me rap because people love when I rap now.
I'm gonna go get Eva ready.
Somebody said that?
Yes.
No, they didn't.
No, they just put laughing emojis. So this is episode 4. We about to go on tour.
Why do you rap?
Open up the door.
Sarcasm.
Because Greg's about to go to the store. Tune in, listen up, get ready for us. Oh, that was really good. You gotta get some horns.
Nah, I gotta get some more effects.
You gotta get, yeah. You gotta
gonna
get.
play it out?
It's not playing. I got it all turned up.
Burning up.
And everything coming out the line. I don't know. That's why I had gave up on it. See, it's playing?
I can continue rapping. Real money. Real money. Real money.
You sure it's playing?